hay bales, whatever.
I mean, I'm not saying I would do it, but if you said you had to do one of these, so far, that one is the one I'm most likely to try.
Is that like that Moto GSP or G? I don't know. When I tell people I like F1, they're like, oh, you got to watch the motorcycle one.
Well, it seems like they have more room to pass, to maneuver, to change the leaderboard.
Their suits, they're going so fast on those motorcycles, when they fall off, it blows up like an airbag. Same with the equestrian. A lot of those younger girls kept dying flipping over those things.
Yeah.
So if you go over the front of that horse's neck, it blows up.
Really?
To save them, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Free solo climbing. Nope. That is the one that I would absolutely not do.
Nope.
Matter of fact, that documentary, Free Solo, with Alec, whatever his name
What's his name? Yeah.
That kind of freaked me out.
Just watching him do it.
Yeah, there's, I want to say that there are 2 climbers right now, I don't know if they made it to the top, that are stuck on El Capitan.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in their individual tents on the face of this rock.
Yeah.
They're pretty well up there, and a storm blew in. The storms that came into California.
Yeah.
Hit them with snow, freezing rain, incredible winds. They are still in contact with somebody at Outside Magazine.
Well, it's bad enough that the rescuers, the people trained in this, were like, we tried to reach it, but the weather's so bad that we can't do it.
There's no way to get them off there.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, they shouldn't have been up there in the last month because there was a government shutdown, so it wasn't even open.
That's probably why they snuck up there.
And a lot of people are free base jumping off that.
Yeah,
apparently
man.
that's a no-no.
Okay, would you rather do the base jump or the free climb?
Base jump.
Yeah, base jump. I'm right there with you, man.
I'd rather smack into the wall with a parachute on than fall to my death. I can't imagine.
Nope.
Bull riding or any rodeo sport is one of the 21 most dangerous hobbies.
That one is super dangerous. That's the first one where I would be like, I would like to try it.
You give it a try. Like on an actual bull.
I would probably die. But that's the only one that really grabs my attention. Like, oh, man, that's got to be living.
Well, now, let me ask you this, though. When you look at bull riding, we understand that it's dangerous. You have to be an idiot not to. But is your concern more the getting bucked off of the bull or dealing with the bull after you've landed on the ground?
Getting bucked off the bull.
Yeah, really? For me, for whatever reason, even if you make it to 8 seconds, eventually you're getting kicked off that bull. Anyway, I just feel like, I don't know. I hit the ground, I got bucked off the bull, fine. But if that bull turns on me, to me, that's the
problem. We had a guy in here, 15 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
Professional bull rider. And he did pass on at a very young age.
Yeah.
And he and his family, look, they took him to the brain guys, and he had CTE bad.
Yeah.
Just from probably getting kicked by
everything.
Bulls
Not only that,
falling on his
sometimes
head.
the way the bull reacts when he's bucking, the front of him will come up and hit you in the forehead or whatever and give you a concussion that way.
Yeah. Cool.
I will say, though, I've seen it live in person once. It is unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Is it worth the money? Is the purse worth it? And like the PBR?
If you're competing. Right. Is it $1 million prize? You're getting $20,000.
What do you win at the end of all this?
Yeah, I mean, they win a lot of money.
They go right to 20, 30 places.
Yeah, and the Bulls win money, too. So it's kind of different. But I know, like, nowadays I feel like half the riders are Brazilian. But I feel like most of them are, like, you grew up in that kind of
Can you bet on the bull?
I bet you go to Vegas, you could.
Can you bet on that sport? I'm just curious how that works.
I mean, gotta be
there's prop bets for everything, man.
Exactly.
I'm sure you could.
So here's what it says on AI: the world champion will win $1 million bonus. They're awarded there in the PBR World Finals. The event champion gets $350,000. The Pendleton Whiskey Velocity Tour. Each of the 30 events has a minimum of $20,000 in added prize money, plus a $100,000 bonus for the champion. And then your weekly events, such as those at Cowtown Coliseum, add an additional $10,000 in prize money each
All
week.
right. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad.
I don't know if that's worth the bull, man.
Did you guys ever watch? Now, I grew up in the D.C. area, so George Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
was
the sports machine.
All right, so he was a sports reporter, but I'm pretty sure the sports machine went across the country.
Yeah, it did.
And he loved bull riding.
Did he?
Yeah.
I watched it when he did football. I didn't realize he was a big bull riding enthusiast.
I want to say that's how I know Bodacious, the first $1 million bull.
Bodacious.
Yeah, man, it's a bad bull.
He was a killer, dude.
Yeah.
Urban exploration is next on the 21 most dangerous hobbies. What do we know to be urban exploration?
Now, I believe what they say in this case, it's like going into abandoned buildings or going down to the
sewer. Okay.
Okay.
No,
All right.
I did that once, man. And
I've done it before.
We were in Baltimore, and actually it was cool. It was like 8 of us. I don't remember how we got there. We weren't quite drunk, but we'd all been hanging out. And, there was a big tunnel to go in there. We went through, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. But at some point, you could hear water coming. And that's why we kind of scrambled to get up to the top. I don't know that we were in any danger, but none of us wanted to find out.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like everyone's talking and having a good time and yelling echo, and then one like shh, 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 shh. And you just kind of hear it, and you can hear it approaching, but you can't see anything. And it's like, let's go up to the surface.
Right. Well, there used to be a bridge where I lived. There was a train track bridge across a portion of the lake. But to get to that other side of the lake, you really did have to have somebody who had a car, and they would need to circumvent the entire perimeter of the lake. And so it was a big lake to get to the other side, which had stuff. It was only accessible, though, through 2 bridges.
Okay.
The other bridge is about 5 miles away. Then you have to come all the way back. But that was the only bridge that was a automobile bridge. The other one was a railway.
Okay.
All right. And countless times we tried to get across that bridge because it was
The railroad bridge.
yes, and a train would be coming,
Yeah.
and we would jump in the lake. I mean,
How high
at least
up were
we
you?
had that option. Not really high, maybe 35, 40 feet.
That's plenty high.
It's high.
not really high, but that's plenty.
That's high.
It was high, but it wasn't high enough where you wanted to get hit by a train.
Fair.
You know, and so, but once you got to the other side, I mean, you were basically in Pennsylvania. So,
Oh, all right. That's kind of cool.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know that it's worth it on the train track. Cool, but pretty cool.
yeah, just different crap over there. So we tried it. Storm chasing comes in a list of the 21 most dangerous hobbies. I don't think those guys think that stuff is that dangerous.
I think they think it's dangerous, but I think they think they're in control. And I will be honest, if someone said, hey, we're professional storm chasers, we got space for one more, I would hop in. I would.
I'm with you. I think they fathom how dangerous it is. I think they think when they're in those cars, those little tanks they build with all the tech, that they can outsmart a tornado.
I mean, you can't, but if they were professional and said, we have room for one more, do you want to do a ride along? I would absolutely do that.
Hey, you just got to. The problem is you got to spend a week in Oklahoma
That's the worst part.
Where do you stay?
and no college football. It's like spring.
Fractal wood burning. You know what fractal wood burning is, Ted?
I don't.
I found out today from Steve. The hobby involves using high voltage electricity to create designs on wood. It's a process called fractal or Lichtenberg burning. Mm-hmm. While the results are beautiful, the risks are extreme as this technique has led to accidental electrocutions.
That is, I thought like maybe the wood catches on fire, not, accident.
Yeah.
I don't like messing with electricity, man. Nope.
Cliff diving.
Well, come on. Now, you've done that.
I've jumped off a cliff. I don't know if you call it diving. I jumped.
Okay, fair. But still, how
feet
high
for-
up is the cliff?
I've jumped off a highway bridge into that same lake.
All right.
I mean, I've jumped. For whatever reason, me and water, I can jump. And I don't get freaked out on heights when there's water below me.
That's weird.
Because I grew up doing it.
Sure.
So once I figured out how to do it.
Well, I feel like you just shouldn't be scared of heights.
The worst thing that you can possibly do on that, if you belly flop, that's horrible.
Well, that'd be a bad idea.
But you definitely can pull your shoulder out of socket.
Sure.
You dislocate stuff.
you can dislocate
the
some
one
stuff.
that terrifies me is sometimes with like the low kind of train trestles. Is that rivers change over years,
Right.
and sometimes people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's safe." It's like, do you know anybody that jumped in there this year?
Don't do it first.
Yeah.
Don't do it first. Whitewater kayaking. Not whitewater rafting, but whitewater kayaking is also on the list of the 21 most dangerous hobbies.
I'm
I've
just like
kayaked.
Category 5 white waters.
I've been in probably number 2 rapids in a canoe,
Yeah, rapids,
which
right.
is enough to freak you out.
In a canoe for sure.
Yeah, big old grooming. Drag racing on public streets. That's one I've never done. Honest to God, I just don't have the.
Nah, I've
tools.
never had that. I've never had a vehicle where it'd be worth my time to try.
Dirt biking comes in on the list, which our caller did.
Mm-hmm.
BMX biking also on the list of the 21 most dangerous hobbies. Downhill mountain biking. There's
Nope.
the big one.
Nope. And look, man, people wear the GoPros and you see the video. It does not look cool enough. Like base jumping looks cool. I understand it's super dangerous. The downhill mountain biking, I look at the video, I'm like, that does not look cool enough for the risk.
Yeah.
It just looks like danger. And to me, like, I understand the base jumping and the wingsuits are dangerous, but there's something about just being in the sky. You know, like skydiving. The only thing you're going to crash into is the ground, and that's eventually. But the downhill mountain biking, I mean, you see trees shooting by, man, a big-ass boulder sticking out of the ground. I'm like, no.
I don't think look. It's not on the list. Obviously, it's not a hobby. But you've been in 2 helicopters.
Yes.
Did you guys see the footage of the helicopter that went down the
California?
in Sacramento?
Yeah.
That to me, you're not in control. Like at least with a plane, you have a chance to bring that thing down.
Yeah, typically
A chance.
pilots fight Even if the plane crashes, the pilots are fighting until the bitter end, assuming you didn't lose a wing or it's not a free fall. But right, with a helicopter, man, if something goes wrong, it's kind of done.
Would you get in a bush plane in Alaska to go hunting or to live remotely? Or
I would not hunt. I would not live remotely. But yes, I would get in a bush plane. I would. And look,
well, see, to me, the thing is, you're going out where the Kodiak bears are.
Yeah, look, that's the part I worry about.
It's not just the plane ride,
right? It's where you land.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
Again, I was just in a Cessna, so I don't think that's much different, is it?
Probably not. All things being equal,
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, once you land, I'd be like, "Why are we here? And what's going to eat me?" But
here's the difference.
The flight. If he said we're just going to do a round trip in the flight, absolutely.
Oftentimes in those planes, you've got mountains that are bigger than Rainier, and if you're in fog, if you're in bad weather, just trying to lift and get the elevation you need to clear that. Like think about what happened to Kobe Bryant's helicopter. They're in the fog, they couldn't see. That was a mountain in California. In Alaska, they're twice as high.
Sure.
So I think that's.
But I would still.
There's certain areas where you can shoot through the gap, but other than that,
well, what did you
got to
fly
climb over the top?
when you went on safari? Because at some point you had to get on a tiny ass plane, didn't you?
2 or 3 of them. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, I know you don't have the mountains jutting out of the ground and all that, but were you nervous when you're on those planes?
You ever taken off on dirt?
I have not.
Me neither. Until that trip, and I'm like,
Oh, so you were just in one as small as the one I was in.
yeah, basically. I mean, one of the flights. Other ones were great.
Sure.
They'll serve you beer and wine. Like there's some. I mean, it's a small little plane, but like they have somebody who comes in and like they'll give you sandwiches and bags of chips. Yeah, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
That's much different.
Unlimited beer. Unlimited beer.
Ooh.
Too bad the flight was only like 35 minutes.
That's why it's
Would you
unlimited.
put down 5 or 6?
I put out 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
They were like really crisp, light pilsners. It's like, this is delicious. Ice cold.
Hey, look, I got
beer on planes is always kind of lukewarm.
Yeah.
that
This
flight
is
I was
ice
on
cold.
was fine, right? That airway, they do it all the time, right? With the San Juan Air, right? They're
Yeah.
great people. I won't lie to you. As soon as we landed on Lopez, I looked at Brad. I said, "We need to get a cocktail."
It's going to be right now.
Well, like, he doesn't drink, but I was like, my hands were shaking.
Hella skiing on the list, obviously.
Ooh.
It's just where they
Drop you off.
It's where they drop you off on some cornice on top of a giant mountain.
There's no possible way I could navigate that.
Not only that, but typically those guys are the first people down that run. So as far as triggering an avalanche or just the slope of it, and then the rocks that jet out, and I'm sure that they do a very good job of looking at the potential route and where to go.
Sure.
But when you're there, it looks completely different, I would assume.
Yeah, when
than
you're
looking at
facing it.
on a map, Big wave surfing.
Man, if I had the ability to surf, I would. Right? But like I said, I tried surfing.
I would not do that.
The one time I thought that I caught a great wave, like in my mind, it was awesome. When I saw the picture of me doing it, I'm like, that wave is maybe 1.5 feet tall.
Yeah, I
It was
watched the whole
pathetic.
show about big wave surfing. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, and what would say big wave surfing? They're not talking about like, bless you, like being out on Maui and whatever. Like what's the famous one? Jaws or whatever.
I know what you're talking
They're
about.
finding specific swells, and it's like, if you don't make it out of that wave, you just don't make
Well,
it.
I've been in the washing machine in the Atlantic on a boogie board.
Yeah.
Or just roll.
Yeah,
roll,
that's
roll,
a good
roll.
point. That's how I rescind that.
Salt
No.
water on my nose and my mouth. Couldn't figure out which way was up. I still have the board tethered to me.
Yep.
So it's somewhere. It's floating. I'm trying to pull on the string to figure out which way's up.
Yep.
And it takes about, first of all, end of beach day for me. I'm going to the pool. I am dizzy. I am sick. I am nauseous. I'm coughing
Right.
up salt water. My stomach is upset. It sucks. So I can't imagine doing a big wave and just, tumbling and spinning that much more. Because
Yeah.
you don't know which way's up. You can't figure out where you are. I swam at one point in time and just banged my head on the bottom of the ocean.
Done that. Yep.
I'm just like, Jesus. Then you have to right yourself. Put your feet where you think the ground is, even though you thought the ground was there.
But that's almost the benefit of when you go head first into the bottom of the ocean. You go, okay, at least now, as dumb as that sounds, I can figure out which way is up.
Yep. Ice climbing.
No.
Would not do that. MMA, mixed martial arts. One of
If
the
I
21
could
most dangerous
train,
hobbies.
Sure.
High altitude mountaineering. Kind of did that.
Nope.
Yeah.
And free diving. Those are all the ones.
Would you free dive?
No. Not going head first.
All right.
Who Sucks Less coming up at 4:30. We got your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.